Africa, hello Nigeria, hello the rest of the world. This is your boy once again, Dr. 96, aka the realest. The sweetest thing and the best gift you can give yourself is to be real to yourself, completely be real. It is my mega pleasure and wonderful opportunity to be on here today again to discuss another vital issue which is trending in Nigeria, the most populous black nation in the world. I want to use this opportunity to give my own contribution to the ban of Okada and Keke known as bicycle and tricycle. The ban placed on tricycle and bicycle as a means of transportation in Lagos has both positive and negative dimension. The reason why people are reacting sharply towards this ban is simply because even the government of Lagos State meant so well for the Lagosians, but the masses have failed to see in the direction of the government. And I don't blame the masses for this. It is because of the distrust which they have for the government at all levels in Nigeria. They believe that every policy adopted by the government is simply targeting towards the vulnerable masses. So, in fact, in some instances, even if the policies are meant for the good of the Nigerian masses, they don't see it from the direction and from the perspective of the government. And I don't blame them for this. It is because of continuous and perpetual abuse of trust placed on the government by the masses. So that is why they are now feeling that anything the government of the day does is just to harm them. Though the Lagos state government really meant well, it is only that in Nigeria we always place a cart before the horse, which will never work. We fail to put in place palliative measure, proper planning, and efficient organization of things before embarking on policies. What the Lagos state government has failed to understand is that this tricycle and bicycle as a means of transportation has provided a lot of jobs for thousands of Lagosians. And if this means of employment should be taken away from them, it will have a devastating effect on them and their dependents. What the government should have done is this: before embarking on such policy, before implementing such ban, I think there should have been a proper dialogue and opinion seeking from the masses. But in a situation whereby the government of the day just believe that they can just carry on with their own plan without carrying the masses along, it results into kiosk and fiasco, which we are currently seeing in Lagos State today. I watched with a lot of sympathy seeing the degrading nature of Nigeria as a country. It is the highest level of desperation that will make a woman take such a highly risky job of riding Okada. But the government of the day fails to understand this. If their means of employment should be taken away from them. As I was saying, if their means of sustenance, their means of livelihood, and their source of employment is being taken from them, what has the government of the day put in place as a replacement? Before embarking on such policies that will have a chain effect on the populace, let me start from the Okada and tricycle riders who see this as their means of transportation. The government should have taken statistics of the population of these people. How many of them are in question? What is their total population? So, if assuming 10,000 people are driving Okada in Lagos State and tricycle, okay, as the government of the day prepared job opportunity that is ready to accommodate these 10,000 people? No, the government didn't do that. They just go ahead and implement policy which is completely bad. It is as a result of lack of proper planning and lack of respect and consideration for the less privileged in the society that makes governments to use veto in implementing such a policy. Secondly, as the government thought of the present means of transportation in Lagos, that if this supporting means of transportation should be taken away, does the main means of transportation like the buses and the cars, are they enough to take care of the population of people who will be stranded if they don't have access to Okada and tricycle? The government fails to do that. So this is a really huge mistake on the part of the government. It is because the government failed to do their assessment and feasibility study before embarking on the policy. However, to be honest and to be candid to ourselves, the ban of Okada and tricycle as a means of transportation has its own huge blessings. What people don't know is that Okada and tricycle as a means of transportation in Nigeria has caused a lot of havoc. It has done more evil than good. But it's because we as people, we live momentarily. We don't consider the implication, the adverse effect of situation. For example, there are a lot of people who have been rendered useless in life as a result of Okada and tricycle as a means of transportation. A lot of people have been amputated. A lot of people have been completely paralyzed as a result of spinal cord injury. A lot has been amputated. A lot has been 6 feet below. A lot of people have died. What people don't know is that if one person dies as a result of Okada or tricycle accident, this has a ripple effect on the family. Assuming a breadwinner dies, this will go a long way to affect the life of the children in so many years to come. It will affect the life of the wife. And if such person has an aged parent, it will cause a devastating effect on the parent too. So when we sum up all this together, we would know that riding Okada or tricycle on the highway and on the overhead bridge is completely insane. So if government should place ban on such venture, I don't think people in their real senses should be raising an eyebrow. The government is doing this to protect lives. From the statistics, a lot of people are in orthopedic hospitals as a result of serious bike injury, but nobody knows. But because we are a nation of people that are self-conscious, are self-concerned, sometimes we don't even pay attention to what is going on in our society, even in our immediate community. So bike and tricycle as a means of transportation in trunk A road like express and on high overhead bridge is completely out of it. It's completely out of it. In as much as I sympathize and express my feelings for those who have lost their means of sustenance through this ban, but I want Nigerians to see this. I want Lagosians to see this as a blessing in disguise to them. Positive and negative benefits and disadvantages of things has to be weighed properly and effectively, and in a situation whereby the pain is more than the gain, I think there is every reason for government to do this. But what I will encourage government to do, maybe if the government can lift up this ban and give a specific period of time when this means of transportation will be completely eliminated. And before then, the government should try and make jobs available for people who are doing this business as a means of livelihood. If they were to be trained and give some skill like entrepreneurship skill, then the government can go ahead and loan them to start up a business so that they will not be vulnerable, they will not be victimized after such ban. I think that is what the government can do. But outrightly an impromptu ban will have a devastating effect. Because of this means of transportation as a means of sustenance for a lot of young Nigerians, I think it has reduced bandits on our roads. It has reduced burglary. It has reduced armed robbery. They said an idle hand is a devil's workshop. If people are without job and without means of sustenance, without means of livelihood, the likelihood, the chances of falling back to crime is really high. So I want the government to also think of this. The government of the day should try to do things right. Next time, if there are going to be a decision that will have a ripple effect on the life of the masses, I think there should be a proper dialogue procedures. There should be there should be a proper discussion and engagement of the stakeholders. The government does not have autonomous power over people. The people are the government. So the government of the day needs to carry people along of any kind of policies or changes they want to make in society so that the people affected will not be cheated at the end of the day. This is my contribution. This is my own view. This is your boy, Dr. 96, aka the realist. Be real to yourself, be real. That is the only and the best gift you can ever give to yourself. When you are real to yourself, you discover your true energy, you discover your inner potential. Then society, people, circumstances will not have any effects on you and your life. Thank you very much. God bless you. Till I come your way another day with another interesting topic. God bless you. Please, if you find this video interesting, please like and share so that the purpose behind the message will be fully established and we shall all benefit from positive and dynamic and egalitarian society. Blessed.